It's been a long time since I've done a late night stream. Hello, it's Thanos first from Zimbabwe. Nice. Got Chess Poems is back. Olabe, Frenzy, Hannah Sace. How's it going, Hannah? Got NYC, Trinidad, Vancouver, some language I don't recognize, Hong Kong, Melbourne. Yeah, that's all the way across the world. Got one person from St. Louis, Hot Springs, Virginia. Welcome to everyone. Good to see a nice diversity of locations. I don't think this is going to be a super long stream, but hopefully it'll be a fun one. I was thinking about joining a tournament, like maybe late joining the SuperBlitz. Yeah, there's 28 minutes left. I'm tied for last place. My chess blitz rating is at like a all-time low probably. I lost points in a lot of recent tournaments. I think queen f3 is a move. Yeah, I actually learned this other day that this is a playable line. Black doesn't take the pawn.
Australia less than 3.
Hello. Yeah, welcome to everyone watching from down under. Thank you, odd yummy pasta. This might be annoying. Oh, that move's kind of annoying, but okay, thankfully I have the check. A small bailout. We have queen g3 coming. Yeah, knight c4 might be a little bit uncomfortable, but okay, rook d1 is on tap. Welcome back 3 Alloway. GM Katsu. Yaldi Lu from Scotland. So I'm trying to keep the initiative in this position. Probably don't want to lose my bishop. Undeveloping.
Second time streaming today. It's a great day.
Yeah, this is my second stream of the day. The first stream was a Tyler Arena several hours ago. That featured 2 hours of bullet chess. So this is a little bit slower paced. Still kind of fast paced. I mean, I am berserking. Gotta watch my time. Thank you, Ducks on the Pond. Welcome back to Choco. Here's to the rock. Just finished watching a speedrun video. Got inspired and proceeded to play like Tal. Nice. Always nice to be inspired and channel your inner former world champion. I like my position. I guess I could have taken the pawn, but I'm hitting the knight first. Rook takes e6 should be coming. And maybe I have to be careful of my rook getting stuck. Start with this. I'm threatening a fancy move, rook takes e7, which no longer works. Opponent's attacking this pawn. I'll counterattack the knight. I should probably speed things up a little bit. c3, queen d5 is coming. Welcome to Nana Bear. First time chat from Japan. Nice. I've never been to Japan, but it's one of the top countries on my bucket list that I've never been to. Have to find a tournament to play there. Okay, this position is getting nicer. Tricky. Okay, I'm threatening the smothered mate. Oh no, my knight. The knight might actually be takeable because it's a queen that covers g8. Okay, well now it's time to finish the job. Oh no, my queen. Someone call an ambulance. But not for me. Okay, nice game to start the stream. Queen sack for smothered mate. A very typical mating sequence there. Also, thank you, Harcure. 2,000 bits. Got some nice hype train. Thank you, Christine HB, gifting to Jax. I appreciate the energy. It is late. Bedtime's approaching. I played a lot of chess today because I played the Tile Arena. I played an over-the-board 10-game Blitz tournament at the St. Louis Chess Club. Now I'm not done with chess for the day. 10:34 p.m. St. Louis time. Okay, let's play some aggressive e4. I'll play my pet's opening Grand Prix attack.
Happy
Thank you,
to claim
Torvald.
my seat on the hype train.
So f4 is like the mainstream Grand Prix attack, but bishop e5, it's usually can lead to Grand Prix setups with first taking the knight. Thank you, Ducks on the Pond, for the bits. Yeah, the general rule is just to take and then do the Grand Prix stuff. f4, knight f3.
Hi, Eric.
Hello, Duke of KTM. My opponent's playing very fine for the rating. I'm pretty sure I've had this position before against Grandmasters. If black keeps developing, it's playable. I mean, the plan for white is to attack in the middle game. Thank you, Samsonite, gifting to Sir Cheesecake. It's been a long time since I've had cheesecake. Probably the last time was at the Cheesecake Factory. Okay, so yeah, I'm going for the attack. Queen h4. d4, it looks like a useful move for black. It grabs space, but very often these pawns can get weak. And yeah, white basically has two plans now. There's attacking plans on the king side, and there's a positional plans on the queen side. I'll go for queen h4. Yeah, the tournament went well earlier. At least the in-person tournament. Had some fun games. Had some messy games, but I did manage to win. Scored 8.5 out of 10. Thank you, Ayin Kaido. Don't fully understand the language, but I assume it's wholesome. Yeah, c4 is like, it's sometimes an idea for black, but unfortunately for black in this position, it's a free pawn. If I had to take this way, then sometimes it's playable. Okay, so without black having too many pawns on the king side, I'm going to try and go for a mating attack. I'm trying to remove the knight and then probably go for knight g5. Or take the knight first, and h7 is the main target. Too many choices. Okay, this is a pork. The pin and the fork. If king e7, it's mate in 1. Okay. No mercy. Top 100. I have 6 tournament points. Leader has 24. Less than 20 minutes to go. I have my work cut out for me. So not only do I have to, like, win games, but I have to win them quickly. Like mathematically, I need to play, like, at least 6 more games. Probably more. So I have to average like a game every 3 minutes. We get a Stafford. Oh, let's have a 4 knights. We might see a center fork trick. I think it's a very common opening at this level. So when I was younger, I used to be scared of this line because white took away my castling rights. But there's not really a great way for white to exploit the king. And center is really nice. I can, what we call castle by hand, artificial castle. And yeah, the plan is to use the f-file, maybe throw in knight d4. Maybe I could have played the previous move, but I'm hitting the queen and pressuring c2. And I've achieved the castling setup. And in doing so, the rook is unleashed, pawn is attacked. Okay. How do I have the most fun possible? Take. Taking a moment here. Take.
Dirty 30s.
Oh, yes. I'm not seeing a super clean path forward. Take first and open the e-file. I'm taking way too long. Yeah, I felt like there should have been something simple, but it's probably just a matter of bringing more pieces into play. Bishop h3. Rook takes f2. Let's play bishop g4. I have 21 seconds. Position looks good, though. If I take... Yeah, so if takes, I'll be hitting... I would be hitting f2. And this line... Yeah, the center's opening up. The other rook will come into play eventually. Thank you, you're a serious star. Happy 30. I'm expecting this, and then I'll play this, and then rook e8. And if rook e1, I can probably just take, and then rook e8 again. And now there's 3 attackers, rook's pinned, only 2 defenders. Got Aurora, Texas. Seems like a decent number of people from the US, but also still kind of diverse audience. I don't have... I didn't want to trade queens, but I guess I had to. Okay, should be enough time. Oh, there's rook e3. Still rook. That was a free rook that was missed. Oh! Lots of free rooks missed. Okay, I found the free rook that time. The king is trapped. There we go. Okay. Not the cleanest game, but I'll take it. A little bit nerve-wracking. So, start with 3 berserking wins, 11 points. Leader has 28 points, 14 minutes left. Yeah, I really have to kind of crank it up a notch. Let's try not to get too low on time this time. Wow, what is this move? I feel like I've seen this before. So it's white who's gambiting. Like white played the king's gambit, I played a counter gambit. White played a counter gambit. Look at the pawn structure now. Got some funny pawns. Okay, I think I just want to play, let's play this, and bishop g7 and castle. It's a little bit ugly. Like my bishop and knight are basically just trapped. But we'll try and make do. That's a good move. Oh, what to do? Yeah, this is actually a really bad position. If I can get the knight to e7, maybe it can be salvageable. Play this first. Really looks bad though. Get the rook to the h file. I'm trying to cope. Let's see if my coping mechanisms are good enough here. It feels like I am coping. The king can come back. I mean, white's pawns are scary, but I have an extra knight. Let's play this. Wow. Good move. This is still terrifying. I think I'm okay though. Yeah, I'm definitely okay now. That was really terrifying. Okay, should be plenty of time. Okay. That's some dirty chess. Okay, less than 10 minutes left. Leader has 30 points. I have 16 points. I need at least 3 more games, probably more. Or 2 more games. No, 3. Yeah, 3 more. Ideally 4 more. So 2 minutes a game. Okay, berserking again. Yeah, some really close calls. Try and play aggressively against the English. Playing reverse Grand Prix. Wow, knight h3. Pretty rare move. It's playable. And I'll go for the usual attacking setup. Queen h5. I maybe could have taken the pawn earlier. Okay, we're going for the unleashing of the light squared bishop. For the trade of dark squared bishops. Oh, thank you, Cheesy Gazebo. It wasn't the quads though, but it was that was a weekly blitz tournament. Take. Keep storming. I want to play this and this. Wow. I mean, f3 is the main idea. If white plays f3, okay, I'll have queen h3. Now the issue is the knight's covering e1, so I think the plan is to play this, and then this, and then this. Ooh. So take. So I'm calculating this, queen g6, and king h8. And white runs out of checks. White can take on h5. Play c5, fancy move. Oh no! That was a really bad move. I'm just losing. My queen's trapped. Oh, it's so sad. Please play rook e7. I'm in trouble.
I'm from Michigan. Woo.
Oh, that's kind of sad. My queen got trapped. I missed knight f4. Thank you, Darby Jean. Oh, my rating is being reduced even further. Okay, sacrificial ninja. Okay, let's at least try and finish strong. This might be the last game of the tournament. Can I play an alien gambit? Okay, it's alien gambit time. Opponent seems mildly prepared. Threatening mate in 1. Yeah, this already looks like an opening success. Like, white should objectively be worse in this opening, but yeah, the king is being chased to e7. Let's win back some material. I have this move. The idea is after takes, if the rook moves, I have bishop takes e5. And otherwise, yeah, the knight should save itself. Yeah, I think this will be the last game that counts for the tournament. Okay, doing some pre-moving. Okay, threatening mate in 1. Okay, maybe time for one more game. Oh, maybe not. Okay. Well, that's the tournament. I finished probably top 30. Maybe I'll do like a rating grind. Try and get back above 2,500. I think my blitz peak was close to 2,700. Let's do a poll, actually. What do people want to see? I'll give a couple choices. What to do? I can do one rapid game, lots of blitz games, or variants, how about, as a wild card. Okay, we're running a poll. Rapid game will be slower, more instructive. Blitz will be faster, but more larger quantity, I guess. Also, congratulations, Deep Blue 16, winning the tournament. Final score of 32 points. Yeah, I was thinking one rapid game could take upwards of like 20 minutes, so I thought that I probably won't be streaming for like so much longer. Looks like Blitz is leading the poll. Yeah, lots of Blitz games. I'll play at least 5. At least a handful, maybe 2 handfuls. Yeah, looks like Blitz is winning the poll. Unless there's like a massive comeback. Over 50 votes for Blitz, 30 votes for Rapid. Okay, I'll do 3-0. Stay with the same time control. Sorry if the layout was a little bit off. Should be better now. Okay, so yeah, usually against English, if I'm playing more seriously, I like to transpose into a Queen's Gambit declined. I'm basically employing a reverse London. Like bishop f8. Maybe knight e4. Just trying to optimize the pieces. Yeah, I was thinking that the stream will be shorter than usual. At some point, I might do the thing where, like, if I lose a game, I end the stream and try and motivate myself to not lose. So we'll see how much rating I can recover here. So far, yeah, position's pretty solid. Knight on d6 is really nice. Holds the b pawn together. I'm playing rook b8 to over defend the pawn. So at some point I might want to play knight c4. I want to see you end the stream without warning if you lose. Okay, maybe I'll do that. I usually give a lot of warning before I end the stream. But that could be interesting. maybe a little bit jarring. Okay, so I'm going for some, at least a bishop trade. I might eventually try and attack. Okay, center could be opening up. A nice thing about this transformation is white is going to be left with isolate queen's pawn. And the bishop is not the happiest minor piece. Imagining ideas of queen g4 and knight f4. Is chat-assisted rage quitting cheating? Not sure. Don't think I've ever partook in chat-assisted rage quitting. I feel like that would take a lot of assistance. Sometimes hard to feel the rage. I'm very close to a pork, but the bishop is on d2 covering f4. We got a3 is defended. So this is actually a free pawn. Now I'm trying to win it back. Yeah, for those who haven't heard the term pork before. Oh, my rook! Oh no! At least I won back the pawn. I think my opponent is aware of the pork. Oh, wow. That's a move? It's actually a really strong move. I have to play this. Oh, that backfired. Good move. Okay, well now I'm gonna win material. Or no, I'm not. The rook's defended. Well, I'm gonna win on time, hopefully. Unless my opponent turns into Andrew Tang. Don't think that's gonna happen. Yeah, this sequence deserves a slow motion replay. So for those that don't know what a pork is, it's a tactic that refers to a pin combined with a fork. So this would be a nice example of a pork. But my opponent hit me with whatever this is. It's a discovered fork. It's a dork. So I couldn't achieve my pork because I got dorked. And this is really strong because it forces a queen trade. It hits a rook. This rook is still hanging. And white could have just taken my queen first. It's simpler. But this also worked. Okay, well, I managed to win. Let's keep it going. New opponent. We're playing probably Jobava London? Or whatever this is called. Some kind of Veresov. Queen f3. I'm just going to try and be solid here. Wow. So e5 comes to mind, like takes, and then this might not work, but it might work. Queen g3, bishop h4, and now it's a kebab. And now I have this move, but then there's queen g7. But I have this move. If here or here, it's a fork. And if here, it's check. Yeah, this is going very well. D4. Try and keep the initiative here. King safety. White has some pressure on the king side. I do have to be careful. But e5 is a target now. King d4. White wins king of the hill. I think now bishop g2. Although knight f5 is an idea. Okay, let's play c5. Trying to drive the king away from defending e5. So of course we see king d5. And now, I mean, bishop g2 forks king and rook. What is happening? Where's my thing? I have f6. Threatening this. Looks like someone just vomited pieces on the chessboard. At least for white's pieces. Okay. f6 resigns. So, life is good so far. That was a weird game, but yeah, I think this was a nice sequence. Queen g2 probably should have been, or maybe queen f4. But queen f4, there's bishop g5. Maybe already difficult for white. Okay, playing a higher rated player. I'm doing my pet Sicilian. So my opponent is significantly higher rated than me. I think there's some idea. Queen b6. Try and clamp down. Yeah, I'm going to try and play very restrictively. The problem for black currently is it's hard to develop the bishop. We might see d6. And take a knight c4. Okay, well now I have knight c4. And if this bishop can't develop, the rook can't develop. Maybe knight a4. Like if bishop d8, knight a4 is nice. Okay, black wants to play knight f7. A difficult position for black. I guess rook a6 is one idea, but the rook is still going to be stuck there. Now I have this move. Preventing knight e5. And at some point I might cash in, but there's no reason to right away. And maybe my king will walk like all the way to b5. Also, I need to change my settings. Like, I want to draw the arrow from F2 to B5, but it won't let me. Something got messed up with the settings. Okay, let's infiltrate with a rook. And the bishop. Although I allow B6. Check there. Let's play this first. Okay, now this. And now this. Yeah, I'm really just going for the mating attack. Oh no, my knight. Yeah, I'm threatening rook h1, which... I mean, bishop b7 would stop it, but then there's knight takes b7. Okay. That was a very pleasant game. Real quick, I'm going to update my setting. It should be somewhere in settings. Game behavior? Snap arrows to valid moves. Oh, I could try this setting. I tried this once and it was like a complete disaster. Should I try it again? Do people want me to struggle? No one's chatting. Whoever like voices their opinion first will determine my destiny. One person says yeah, okay. Alright, let's try the input moves with voice. New opponent. I might disable this feature really quickly. I'm playing hands-free. E4. Why is it not working? E4. How do I enable it? Oh, this? Oh, I have to allow. Allow. Ah, where'd it go? Okay, I made a move with a mouse. E4. Yes. Oh no. Bishop C4. Yes. Oh, I should have read the instructions first. Knight C3. Knight C3. This is so inconvenient. D3. No, F3, F3, F3. F3. Yes. I feel so powerful. Like a puppet master. D takes E3. Yes. D takes E3. I'm so slow. Yes. King takes D1. Yes. King E2. Bong cloud. Wait, what? Yes. No, what? What are you doing? Okay, let's play King E2. Let's stop. Wait, can I disable this? Oh, wow. Fuzzy clarity. Oh, I'll have to... How do I disable it? Okay. Alright, so I'm down a minute on the clock. I feel like that worked better than last time. Last time I really struggled. But technology is becoming more powerful these days. Yeah, I should just tell it to make the top engine move, but I feel like that might be some form of cheating. It might be the best move here. And what else to do for black? Rook d6 or e5. Okay, this looks pleasant now. now, yeah, now e5 doesn't quite work. It takes b4. Yeah, so I defended g2. Basically won a pawn. I think everything is under control. Should I try the voice thing again? Maybe I didn't like do it properly. Okay, that's... How bad is this? Rook c3, king d2. Oh, this actually looks okay. Yeah, this looks very okay. And go after g5. Okay. Yeah, that game started very slowly. I feel like I shouldn't mess around with this feature too much in Blitz. Probably better to mess around with it in like casual games. Okay. Let's keep it going. The rating is on the rise. Maybe it's time for Safford Gambit? Ooh. I feel like I've had this a few times recently. It can lead to a like weird reverse fried liver with g3 included. I really don't know what's going on here. Because with the pawn on g2, it's like a mainline reverse two knights. I'm not sure if the pawn on g3 helps white or hurts white. e5. So I can take... And then take... Wait, so queen... Queen f3, I take... Bishop e7. I think is okay. Queen takes g7, I have bishop f6. Okay, now I guess we'll trade. Black is up 3 pawns. But white has a bishop pair. So some compensation. I have to be a little bit careful. Queen is a bit awkward on h6. Could get kicked. I think after the game I will analyze this opening. Could offer the queen trade. Yeah, it's a little bit unpleasant. Queen d4. If we trade queens, then everything should be under control. I have some initiative. Attacking the bishop. And there's f5 now. And it's really tempting to take. Problem is king h1. Yeah, let's be controlled. This move. Bishop e3 might come. And my queen's getting kicked around. Okay, well now I have this move. It's still not over. I don't really want to take that. I think it's more annoying for white to have to deal with bishop c6. Oh, but taking was a free... I should have taken that. But bishop c6 is still like a fun move to get in. Again, bend with opening question. I can maybe take a look at that after this game. This is nice. So unleashing this bishop and blocking the queen. Okay. Okay. Quick analysis here. So yeah, there was one comment saying that this is a Gleck variation from Wicked Wizard. The Gleck is actually the move order knight c6 g3. But the move order with bishop c5 g3, first of all, bishop c5 isn't really played by anyone strong because, yeah, knight takes e5. And the point is to transpose into Stafford Gambit. But when white tries to play the Gleck in this move order, it allows for the possibility of knight g4. And okay, so the engine actually gives a few fine options. d5 apparently is the strongest. ed5 and castling. That's feels a bit strange. But knight g4 is also up there. d4 takes. Yeah, and we just kind of followed this main line reverse two knights with a pawn on g3. I play queen f6. Bishop h3, that's funny. That's a move that doesn't exist in the other like main lines. Most people play bishop b2. And black's doing fine. Okay, so it seems very playable for black. Yeah, I'm trying to understand, like, d5 takes and then castling. I guess the point is to, like, prepare e4, rook e8. And if takes... Ah, there's this line. Ah, that's funny. So it's like a reverse, whatchamacallit? One of those Scotch type positions. And the pawn on g3 is actually quite bad for white. Okay, so before I continue, There's a question from Genbend who said, I play the Caro-Kann as my main weapon as black, but I hate playing a Tartakower, and I hate the classical variation. What should I do? Yeah. Stop playing the Caro-Kann. And if you're encountering the classical... I mean, the Tartakower is this, classical is this, right? The other option is knight d7, which I think is playable. The point is just to play this next, and then you're not damaging your structure. But like the classical and the Tartakower are like kind of defining... They're kind of what make the Caro-Kann the Caro-Kann. So if you don't like the structures, yeah, maybe play Sicilian. Can be a bit more aggressive, a bit more active, fighting for space. Yeah, I think one of the drawbacks with Caro-Kann is white has a lot of options, especially at higher levels. Like first of all, there's a 2 knights attack, there's a fantasy variation, there's advance, there's exchange, there's a classical mainlines, there's a Panna-Bofnik, which is this. Some structures are more open, some are more closed. Of course, everything is still fine for black, and it's like usually just play c6 and d5 and then develop fluidly. But white still has kind of a nice broad choice of how to kind of steer the game into different types of territory. So I guess it's one of the reasons why I've never been so enthusiastic about playing the Caro-Kann. Like with Sicilian, then it's usually black who can define the structure, the setup. Like if white plays open Sicilian, there's like a dozen different very playable variations to choose from. So anyway, that's my 2 cents about the Caro-Kann. Not a bad opening at all, but yeah, it's one of those things when it comes to opening prep. Some openings give one side or the other more choices. I mean, at high levels, like every opening has a lot of theory. Like Sicilian, yeah, there's a lot of theory in like especially Najdorf or like mainline Dragon. But there's also Sicilian variations with much less theory. Like if you want to play a sideline, like there's O'Kelly. O'Kelly's kind of cool because a lot of people play d4 and then like black's already doing quite fine here, like takes, knight f6. And then some people will walk into this trap. What are the non-theoretical openings against e4? There's Scandinavian, Alekhine, Pirzer Modern, Nimzovich. And a lot of black openings. There's also just e4, e5. I feel like the French is underrated. The French, I think you get more like consistent, or more consistently the same structures compared to Caro-Kann, where it'll be exchange or advance. Anyway, let's move on. Okay, let me change the stream title. The time has come. If I lose a game,
your king will beat the opponent's
I rage quit.
Queening. Something about counting the grid squares?
Oh, was TTS really quiet, or was that just for me? I actually didn't hear that, but thank you, Poishnek. What's a trick to know if your king will beat the opponent's pawn to queening? Oh, that's the square rule. So basically, you draw a square. You take the pawn, you draw the long diagonal. If the opponent's king is in the square, then the pawn will be caught. So if it's white's move, white plays here, the king enters the edge of the square, so the king will catch the pawn. And that's basically it. The only tricky thing is if like the pawn is here, then you have to account for the pawn moving 2 squares forward. And even though the king is technically in the square, if it's white's move, white plays here, the square has shrunk to this, the king's not entering the square, and the pawn will queen. Also, sorry, the board the board is a little bit cut off. Hopefully that makes sense though. Okay, let's continue. There's a question from Hellfox. Why do you prefer Accelerator Dragon to Mainline Dragon? Maybe I can answer that with this game if we see e4. Please play e4. No. The short answer is in Accelerator Dragon, you delay moving the d-pawn, so there's a quick d5, which can lead to more aggression from early on. Okay, so we have some, what do we call this? Reverse Boffinic system. Play this and this. It looks like white's going for d4. Okay, I conceded the bishop pair, but it's a position that has the potential to close down. So knights might be nice. I have to remember if I lose a game, I have to rage quit. Let's play this. This could get really, really sharp. Like f4 d5 is not happening. Okay, so the d file's open. I have f4. Then I lose a pawn. Knight a5. Actually, f4 looks nice, because if queen takes c5, I have pawn f3. Rook takes d8. Yeah, that should be fine. I'm calculating queen c5, f3, rook d8, queen d8, bishop h1, queen d2, but not quite happening. Now maybe just b3. I didn't want to play this and allow the knight to come in eventually. So I'm really just trying to reinforce the pawn. Yeah, I can't quite play f3. And white's going to be using the light squares. Oh, the bishop's coming into f5. Okay, I think it's time to reorganize the pieces. Like king comes here, knight comes here. And there's some idea of taking... f3 is so close to working. Still don't have it though. Okay, so I have a new plan. It's to bring my knight to f6. It looks questionable. Bring this knight here. Maybe a5. Wow. Have this move. So rook a7, I take twice on f5. Down a little bit of time. I still have the attacking potential. Over defending this so I can hopefully play this. That's a good move. I have this move. A very tricky position. It's looking like everything's under control now. F3.
What's your favorite square these days?
Favorite square? It depends on the position. E4 is looking nice and juicy. Also F3. Sometimes it's hard to choose. Can be a lot of attractive squares. Okay. I guess F2 is a nice square. Thank you, Trevi. Happy 24 months. Okay, we keep it going. This could be a long stream if I keep winning. There might not be any reason to rage quit. Maybe at some point I'll just happy quit. The best way to quit. Playing xystan. Okay, I want to play an accelerated dragon. Can we transpose? Not quite.
This a lovely calming way to greet the dawn.
Oh yes, my dawn. Thank you, Cranky Overlord. Considering c4 here, I think I'll play a6 first. And like c4, b5. Try and shut in the bishop. Okay, I'm going to maneuver the knight to f5 and try and get rid of this bishop. It looks like this bishop is dead, but oh, I just lost a pawn. Oops. I was going to say that there's like bishop e1 and eventually c3. Okay, maybe I can make use of the newly opened h-file. Like bishop h6. Play queen f6. Maybe eventually king g7, rook h8. Ah, that's a move. I have knight takes d4. Might have to try this. Might be okay, actually. Like rook d4, queen d4. And then I'm attacking the knight. And if knight takes f6, I take with check and then take back. Okay. I guess d5 is hanging. So we're going into some endgame. I have bishop c1. Let's start with rook d8. Try and take over the d file. So I'm still down a pawn. The nice thing here is that this bishop is still stuck. I'm threatening mate. I'm also gonna trap the bishop. Okay, this worked out nicely. Okay. I think White's problems in this game stemmed from this move. It's a playable move, but the bishop just kind of got shut out like after d5, and then once I got the structure. So at some point, White should have probably like moved the knight, play c3, and bishop b1. It takes time though. I mean, this was probably fine for White. I plunder the pawn. And then this looked almost winning, but thankfully I had counter tactics. Okay, so my rating has risen to a slightly higher place. I'll play e4. Oh, J Page is going to Vegas in a couple weeks. Chess Festival under 2100 section. Nice. Oh, asking for advice. Yeah, usually, I mean, when it comes to like preparation for any sort of tournament, sometimes it's the non-chess things that you do beforehand that will influence your chess the most. So diet, sleep, exercise, it's like very important to do. Like pay attention to all three in the weeks leading up. And just in general, like you want to have a good, healthy lifestyle. Okay, let's be aggressive here. Because yeah, these like open, over-the-board, slow chess tournaments, they can be very physically and mentally grueling. And sometimes the games come down to who's more focused, who's more energized, who has more stamina for the 3 to 4 hour games. But you also want to just enjoy yourself. Like go in with the mindset to learn from every game. And like don't be afraid to take risks. Sometimes when you're having fun, you can bring out your best potential. So this position is like very solid. I might employ the strategy of doing nothing, because it's very hard for black to like crack my position. It seems like black is going to try though. Maybe by pushing the pawns. But sometimes positions like this, I mean, I'm not going to force matters. I'm just going to play kind of slow improving moves. And try and play quickly too. I'm just realizing I probably could have taken... I should have been a bit more tactically alert there. What to do? It's still solid.
Oh no, my prime sub.
Oh yes, your prime sub. Thank you, JJ. Oh, and Thundering Arrow. Also subbed with Prime. Yeah, friendly reminder, if you have Amazon Prime, you can subscribe for free. Easy way to support the channel. Get ad-free viewing, get some emotes, get a sub badge. I do appreciate those who do. So black is making progress here. B3 might be coming. Yeah, and then A3's idea. So now it's time to try and attack on the king side. Rook A5. Black is going for the mega rook lift. I have a crazy idea. D5. Connect 4, obstructing the rook. If takes, I play knight f5. Sacrifice, and then, I mean, if black takes, it would be mate in 2. Meanwhile, I'd be threatening mate in 1. And this might turn into a big mess. Yeah, black just wants to trade queens. Probably a safe decision. Okay, do I want to trade queens? There's queen f4. I could also just leave my queen there. There's f4. Try queen f4. Now bishop e5 is coming. It's not pretty. And now it's a big mess. Take the bishop. To watch out for this rook still. Oops. That was a big blunder. Okay. Okay, I think I'm safe. That was a really close call. Okay. That was really close. Hey, I got to 2,500. Thank you, Chevra Dem Seguin. Another Prime sub. Okay. Well, I can't rage quit. We have to keep it going. The more I win, the more I might play dubiously to just try and, like, get the stream over with so I can sleep. Let's play e4. Okay. I'm playing another pet line. Yeah, usually the point of a6 is to play the quick b5. So it's nice having the bishop on this diagonal. Hey, thank you, Migo. 5,000. Gifting 5. I appreciate that. b4. Okay. We're saving the knight. I think this is a playable move. It's getting messy. So there's this pin on the long diagonal. Pawn is staying on e4. e6 is a bit tender. Queen h5 is in the air. Hey, thank you, AKD. Also gifting 5. Also, thank you, Boxes of Pepe Sylvia. The first time Prime. Yeah, thanks everyone. I appreciate the support. I like this position. Black has one thing developed, a lot of extended pawns, a lot of weak pawns. And there's a lot of tactics that should concern black. I didn't fully calculate this. G6. And there was G6, Knight
Eric,
G6,
I
and then
just won
Knight
2
F6.
OTB games in a row using the London.
Oh,
Rosen,
nice.
YouTube, Rosen, let's go, Rosen, London, Rosen,
Let's
London.
go. Okay, let's go for this. It's a pork, a pin, and the fork, kind of. And now there's this pin and this pin. The knight is staying here. I mean, rook g8 is possible. And then probably bishop f4 until late London. Even though this is nothing like the London. It's complete chaos on the board. The knight's now undefended, or it's takeable. Because there's no longer the pin. So I should probably move it. Now, do I want to take on f8? Probably not. I like the knight in the center. And this move is possible because the bishop's defended. When in doubt, castle. Yeah, knight d5 is a move, but then I take on h7, and it's nice having the rook align with the king. There's a question, any rage quits yet? If there was, the stream would not be live right now. Okay, completing development. I like the knight on c4. Now it unleashes a bishop. The king has no legal moves. So all I need to do is check the king somehow. Thank you, Johnny Biscuit. I'm calculating takes and then queen, some queen check. King d8. That's not necessary. Okay, I'm going to take on h7. Oh, my knight's hanging. Oops. Go for this. Okay. Yeah, my opponent, I think, pre-moved queen f3 expecting me to take. But I don't think that was a mouse. That was just a misjudged pre-move. Okay, we keep it going. A somewhat messy game. Question about knight takes h8. Oh, I did have knight takes h8. Good catch. Threatening the fork. Yeah, that would have been playable. I was kind of just set on leaving my knight there, but I should have considered taking the rook. Thank you, King Crossy, with the first time prime. Okay, never played this opponent before. Let's get one Ponziani. Thank you, Greg. Happy 13 months. Yeah, so d5, it's one of the best moves against a Ponziani. And queen a4, it's the trickiest move against d5. And pawn takes pawn is not actually that great for black because of this. And now white attacks the knight and the pawn. The bishop's ready to come in. Bishop c4 actually looks nice. Thank you, Risky Phil. Appreciate the raid. Shout out to Risky Phil. If you're just joining, I'm trying to just end this stream. But I've made the promise that if I lose a game, I rage quit the stream. But I have yet to lose and have yet to rage quit. At least since making the promise. Wow, so black is asking to get forked. It's kind of interesting. Like, there might be some compensation. But that's probably not going to be enough compensation. Hopefully. Do I have this move? Let's just do it. It looks funny. So the point is, if pawn takes bishop, I take and then win the rook. And meanwhile, I'm just threatening to take on b7. So black might have to play bishop c8. And then maybe I just leave the bishop there. One reason for doing this is just to make my opponent think I'm burn time. And it's kind of working. Ooh. So if I take, I guess knight e5 is coming. That's a little bit scary. Yeah, I don't want to allow that. Because takes knight e5, and I could win the other rook, but the knight comes to d3. Not messing with that. Yeah, there's weird compensation for black. I do have to be careful. d4 maybe. It's actually a little bit unpleasant. This move. Really just trying to get my pieces out. This is a drawback of playing Ponziani, is if you don't get to play d4, then it can be slightly slow to develop the queen side. So knight d5. Yeah, like I want to castle kingside, but what to do? I have an idea though. I might take and play. Maybe I'll play this first. Okay, this discourages knight b6. Prepares to maybe trade. Thank you, your daddy.
Hey Eric, I tried to rizz up a couple of level 5 gyats at the club with my Oh No My Queen t-shirt, but they said I wasn't even skibbity. Bible thump.
There's a lot of words there I don't understand. Are those like Bible thump? Maybe they're words from the Bible, I'm not sure. Skibbity, Riz. I've heard of Riz, but my brain can only do so much at one time. Maybe someday I'll install one of those brain chips, Neuralink, and then I can more easily multitask. It's probably a good use case for like playing chess and reading chat. Opponent's trying to hurt me. So if en passant I take the knight. There's a question, when's next chess tournament? We do have the announcement command. I'll be playing in Spain in a few weeks. It'll be my first classical tournament since October. Okay. I really just want to rage quit. But life goes on. There's no Berserk button. I just start playing like more dubious openings. Can we have a Stafford? This is not a Stafford. This is just a mainline Petrov, I guess. It's probably a really bad Petrov, too. Yeah, the stream might be ending soon. This is a really bad opening. I've messed something up. Queen e2. Queen e2, I might have bishop e6, though. I'm not going to lose on purpose. Now, I'll play dubious openings on purpose. Yeah, sometimes dubious decisions lead to more fun. Okay, somehow black is like not dead. Actually, like, position looks pretty solid. It's still a little bit passive. But there's really no more weaknesses. Question is what to do. Knight f5, f6. Okay, we're just gonna trade and have a nice time advantage. I feel like most of the games I've played thus far, just having some nice time advantages. Yeah, we're trading and keeping everything simple. Should I play the cow? I haven't played the cow in a long time. That would qualify as like dubious and asking for a deficit from early on. Yeah, do I want to trade queens? Maybe knight f5 coming. Yeah, I've just been playing random opponents in the 3-minute pool. So I don't really have control over who it pairs me against. I'm going to poke and prod. There's an idea to infiltrate with a queen. There's also an idea to infiltrate with a knight. Yeah, this is my plan. Queen d6, knife, f4. And white's not really doing anything to address it. Now, if I get in this move, king h2. Okay, well, let's play this. Preventing queen e8. It's still hard to make progress. Play this. So g5 I take and play h4. Takes I take this way. And there's this move, but then this move. I think I'm finally making some progress. Although maybe not. I'm not winning anything. I guess I'm not. Let's avoid the knight trade. Hmm. I want to have my queen and knight swap places. I guess I have this move. Yeah, this actually looks pretty good. And I'll take the knight. Actually, king h4 is, yeah, just queen g5. Okay. So I managed to make progress there. Okay. The stream is taking longer than I wanted it to. Let's play a Budapest. I haven't played a Budapest in a long time. Okay, white kills all my fun. We'll play symmetrical queen's pawn. Get back to queen's gambit declined. It's funny, the over the board tournament I played in a few hours ago, I played Talia Cervantes. We played this exact same line through a3. She played b4 before bishop g3. One of the ideas for black is to get this knight to c4. White was threatening probably knight takes b5, so this defends the rook. Yeah, the plan is still knight c4. It's actually a typical type of position for this opening. I have the knight on c4, white can put the knight on c5. I think I just want to gradually improve. Like king g7, h5, rook h8. White is maybe looking at e4. Can start with this. e4 might be playable. Looking at e4 takes, rook takes, queen takes. I have the move knight d2. Wow, knight a6. All right, let's go for this. Yeah, it's important to keep the pace here. Might transfer the knight to e4 eventually. Have this move. Yeah, so this hits the queen and the f2 pawn. Like, the horses can be very confusing sometimes, especially when there's four of them. Oh, thank you, attentive mod. Yeah, sometimes I go too long without looking at chat. Okay, well, this is working out well. Yeah, g3 is next target. It's not easy for white to defend. I guess white has queen c2 to pin the knight. Okay, now I can take... Yeah, so if takes, I move back. Oh, I messed up. My queen's not defended. Oh, this is really bad. This is like actually really bad. I might be on the verge of raging. Queen c7. Okay. Oh no. I deserve to lose this, but you never know. You never know. Good move.